Hi everyone, and welcome to TS Fibro. Today we're going to be discussing number 6 on our introduction to fibromyalgia. If you haven't seen the video, you can drop down and see it, and you'll know why we're on number 6. And you can go from number 1 and catch up. Anyway, today's video is on migraines. Migraines, headaches, and fibromyalgia. One of the more common symptoms that accompany fibromyalgia is headaches, along with muscle tension headaches, those caused by neck and back muscles that just won't relax. There are migraine headaches, the kind that will flatten a person. It is very interesting to note the similarities between migraines and fibromyalgia. As we look at the two in tandem, you will be able to see my points with symptoms, causes, and treatments overlap. Many people who are successfully treated for migraine headaches can find their fibromyalgia symptoms abate and improved. Brain pain is common to both fibromyalgia and migraine headaches. The theory that fibromyalgia may be the result of disturbances in the brain's pain center is very much the same as the source of migraines. There are some experts who believe that chronic pain disorders like fibromyalgia and migraine headaches may be caused by the same type of disturbance and that both conditions are the result of a defect in the regulation of the neurotransmitters, including serotonin and epinephrine. Fibromyalgia pain is connected to tender points, 18 of them, and widespread pain in the body. However, it is also associated with a variety of other symptoms, including sleep disturbances, light and sound sensitivities, depression and anxiety, among many others. Migraine headaches have many of the same symptoms as those just mentioned. Women are affected most often. Migraines and fibromyalgia share another point, and that is the segment of the population most affected. Migraine headaches, like fibromyalgia, predominantly affect women, usually between the ages of 30 and 50, as well as children and the elderly. However, the main target is females. Doctors have found that nearly half of those who suffer with chronic fibromyalgia also suffer with migraine headaches. Conversely, people with fibromyalgia can suffer with the very symptom that trigger a migraine. It appears to be a catch-22, sleep disorder, TMJ, low levels of magnesium and other neurotransmitters that are common to both conditions make it difficult to separate them. It's almost like the chicken and the egg in some ways. What triggers a migraine headache? Migraine headaches can be triggered by any number of things, including genetics and environmental factors. It is thought that they may be caused by changes in the brain stem and the interaction with the major pain pathway. Brain chemical imbalance, such as serotonin, a regulator for the nervous system, is implicated. Serotonin levels drop during a migraine attack. This drop triggers a release of neuropeptides that in turn trigger a headache. Some of the more common triggers for migraine headaches include hormone changes in women, especially estrogen fluctuations like those that occur around your menstrual cycle, during pregnancy, and at menopause. Additionally, birth control pills and HRT can trigger a headache in some women and help ease one in others. Certain foods can trigger a migraine: caffeine, alcohol, especially red wine and beer, aged cheese, chocolate, MSG, along with skipping meals or fasting, are all connected to triggering migraines. Stress, sensory stimuli such as bright lights, loud music, and certain smells, perfume, paint thinner, secondhand smoke, can get a migraine going. Sleep irregularities and jet lag are big contributors. Intense physical activity can trigger a migraine. Weather changes and barometric pressure changes are also causes for migraines. Certain medications aggravate migraine symptoms. When a migraine hits, a migraine headache can, and usually does, cause intense throbbing or pulsing pain on one side of the head or at the back of the head. It is usually accompanied by nausea, vomiting, hypersensitivity to light and sound. The attack can last from a few hours to days and can be debilitating. A quiet, cool, dark room is all a person suffering from a migraine attack wants. The attack can be preceded by or accompanied with an aurora, which is like an early warning symptom that lets the person know a headache is on its way. Flashes of light, blind spots, tingling in the arm or leg are all indications of an aurora. Auroras may also affect speech or cause weakness in the limbs. Common treatments for fibro and migraines. Magnesium, which is often used as a way to relieve migraine headaches, is also beneficial for treating fibromyalgia. Low magnesium levels can exacerbate fibromyalgia symptoms, and they are implicated in migraines. Researchers have discovered that people who do not respond to standard migraine treatment often are affected with fibromyalgia. The similarities between treatments for migraine and fibromyalgia are enough to convince many that there may be a dual diagnosis. Headaches can stop a person cold. Fibromyalgia symptoms include headaches. Magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that is essential to many functions in the body, so an inefficiency can end up causing a myriad troubles for an individual. Along with its most commonly known function of involvement in the proper formation of bone, it is also the activating mineral for at least 350 different enzymes in the body, far more than any other mineral. It is also critical to metabolic function, including turning sugar and fat into energy through the energy molecule adenosine triphosphates, which is ATP. And ATP is the most important enzyme in the body, and about 20% of its production takes place in the brain. When there are inadequate amounts of ATP, cognitive functions in the brain is reduced, resulting in such situation as fibrofog and forgetfulness, both consistent with fibro. What happens when a person is deficient in magnesium? Magnesium deficiency is common throughout the U.S., but is particularly evident in people with fibromyalgia. It is easily lost to a diet that requires an increased use of magnesium to process and stress, the most effective tool in magnesium loss leading to deficiency. Hormones also affect magnesium levels, especially estrogen, which may explain why more women than men suffer with fibromyalgia, especially after menopause, with estrogen levels decrease. Another factor in magnesium deficiency is sleep disturbance, which is also a factor in fibromyalgia. Inadequate or broken sleep has been shown to cause lower magnesium levels, probably associated with the lower amounts of growth hormone, which is secreted during sleep. Growth hormone is responsible for tissue repair, and sleep disturbance means tissues are not being properly attended to within the body. Why is magnesium necessary? Well, along with bone formation and ATP production, magnesium is needed for other function as well. Proper muscle function. Inadequate magnesium leads to excessive muscle tension, spasms, restlessness, like think of restless leg syndrome, twitches and tics. It inhibits the excess release of neurotransmitters and nerve receptors that are considered to be sources of certain types of fibromyalgia pain. Helps to regulate the adrenaline release and monitor sensitivity to adrenaline. When too much adrenaline is released, reactive hypoglycemia occurs. Affects the nervous system by regulating and releasing of hormones and plays a role in regulating noradrenaline levels. When too much noradrenaline is released, situations such as mitral valve prolapse can occur. It is needed in the production of serotonin, a brain transmitter that is involved in the perception of pain. Fibromyalgia and ME/CFS belong to a group of illnesses that have been labeled with several different umbrella terms, including functional somatic syndromes and somatic illnesses. Another term that has gained more prominence in recent years is central sensitivity syndromes. These syndromes are defined as an illness with physical symptoms that can't be totally explained or diagnosed as an established medical condition. Migraine has long been associated with functional somatic syndromes, including ME, CFS, and fibromyalgia, meaning that the conditions often occur together. Although it's still unclear why this happens, researchers are looking into the possibility that one of the underlying mechanisms the three conditions may share is central sensitization. Thank you, everyone, for joining me in number 6, Migraines with Fibromyalgia. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll be notified of the new videos. I'm going to try to speed up my number 1 through 19 on the introduction to fibromyalgia. I'm trying, and I know everybody out there who's listening who has fibromyalgia understands that sometimes we cannot speak, we can't, a complete sentence can't even get out of our mouth, just like just now. So forgive me for stammering a lot of times, but I know you understand. And those out there who may be listening just to understand what a loved one's going through, that's it. Because sometimes these videos I have to redo 20 times just so people can at least understand and comprehend what I'm saying. So all of y'all have a nice day. I pray for a cure, and I pray that you have a pain-free day. God bless.